All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. Welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Another Chelsea news segment. I love doing this, and I'm pretty sure you guys are enjoying it. I see a lot of comments flying through, so I'm loving it as well. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Falk is absolutely out of control. He's been tweeting left, right, and center, and this is one of the latest news. He's got quite a few that's lined up, but this is the blockbuster one that's linked with Chelsea. I mean, Newcastle United, we knew this was coming, wasn't it? They've been bought over by a new owner, and they're now just out there causing havoc, linked with almost every man and dog out there. This is what Christian Falk has to say. True, Newcastle United FC is interested in Timo Werner. The agency of Werner has already a client with Fabian Schär at Newcastle and is regularly in contact with the club. This is from Build Sport, however you want to pronounce that. Look, I don't buy into a lot of things Christian Falk says. A long time ago, especially during the Havertz sort of transfer saga, there was a lot that I sort of believed because he knew a lot about the Bundesliga. And when it comes to German players, he knows, he's got some good knowledge around it. But when he tweets about all of these other stuff, and especially that Mason Mount tweet where he made when we got players like Havertz and Werner and Ziyech, and he tweeted that Mason Mount is worried about his position, all of that is very, very untrue. And that's when I start thinking, oh, Christian Falk, you're just making up news. But once again, as I said, when it comes to German players, Bundesliga or anything like that, maybe he's got some inkling. We'll come back to this news and I'll give you my opinion. Meanwhile, just hold your thoughts as well. I just want to quickly show you guys what Christian Falk has been tweeting straight after this. Has been banging in the tweets today. He's also got true. Ralf Rangnick is interested in the manager job at Newcastle FC. This will be a pretty good, coup for Newcastle. Wouldn't lie. Ralf Rangnick has all the knowledge. He's the one where managers like Jurgen Klopp and Thomas Tuchel and Ralph Hasenhuttl and the likes, they've taken a leaf out of his book in terms of pressing, counter-pressing and whatnot. Rangnick tried before to become manager at Man United, Everton, Spurs and Chelsea. To work in the Premier League is a big dream for him. He's also said, true, Newcastle United FC is interested in Nicolas Sole. The centre-back is a free agent in summer. This is a particular centre-back that we are still linked with at Chelsea as well, not knowing exactly what the future of Rudiger is. Not true is that Erling Haaland is considering a transfer to Newcastle United. So Haaland's not considering a future at Newcastle yet. Timo Werner is apparently. And finally, this one, true, a transfer of Philippe Coutinho to Newcastle United is seriously discussed. I love how he tags the players. I mean, no shame, Christian Falk whatsoever, tagging the players in as well. Before I touch on what Absolute Chelsea had to say in my tweet about Timo Werner, let's go back to this. Timo Werner, I mean, this particular interest from Newcastle United, I'm not surprised that Newcastle's linked with almost everyone because they are going to try and build a team that's going to compete for top four, go for the Premier League. Not this season, but for the seasons down the track. This season, let me tell you this. It will be mad if Timo Werner thinks about, let's say, a January move to Newcastle. I would find that absolutely surprising, and I would think that would actually be a very bad move for Timo Werner. He's at a club at Chelsea where I'm thinking Thomas Tuchel is probably going to use him quite a bit up front with Romelu Lukaku. The work that he's done against Southampton just before the international break with Lukaku was actually very good. Yes, I was a bit picky with certain things that Timo needs to fine-tune, but that's because I want to see him improve. But there was a lot of things to like. Timo Werner probably could have got a hat-trick in that match. He ended up getting a goal, and he definitely should have got a second one. Well, the first one should have stood, which ended up being a foul from Azpilicueta, which I find that mad. VAR went back, 20 seconds, 18 seconds. So that should have been a goal for Timo Werner. Then obviously he scored, and then there was another opportunity where Lukaku put him through. So he could have scored a hat-trick. And then since then, he's gone to international break and he's banged in goals again. Previous international break, he's banged in goals. This is what I tweeted out about Timo Werner yesterday. Last season, Timo missed an unbelievable chance versus North Macedonia, which ultimately shattered his confidence. This season, he's banged in 2 goals against them, fighting his own demons. Whether you like him or not, his perseverance is admirable. Last season, I'm not sure if you guys remember, ladies and gentlemen, he missed an absolute sitter against North Macedonia. And that actually triggered such a bad grind, such a bad form. And he mentioned it earlier this year around May that his confidence was low. Not specifically off the back of that miss, but that miss was just horrendous, right? And this is what Absolute Chelsea tweeted out, and this is from Sky Sports. Timo Werner's current plan is to remain at Chelsea next summer. This is what Sky Sports are saying. And they further on went to say, at the moment, Chelsea are closed on Timo Werner's future at the club and don't want to sell him. Now, as I said, I don't expect him to move at all in January. He's in a position where we are the reigning European champion. We've won the Super Cup. We're going to be chasing Club World Cup. We are still in the mix massively for the Premier League. We are leading the table. And I feel like we haven't even played our good football yet, proper football yet. We haven't been at our best one bit. And I have a feeling Timo Werner will see a lot more minutes. I think Thomas Tuchel will be using Romelu Lukaku and Timo Werner together up front. I see no reasons why not to use that. After putting in that particular hard work, a fairly good performance as well against Southampton, I see no reason why you would want to break that against Brentford. So I believe he'd get another opportunity to showcase his combination with Lukaku. So it would be mad if he's even considering. He has been quoted to say, Timo Werner, in recent times, that obviously no one wants to sit in the bench, and he understands it is difficult in Chelsea to tie down a particular position. You do have to play well on a regular basis. The competition is tough. Obviously, he was benched in the first few matches of the season, but slowly he's sort of coming into the frame. And Thomas Tuchel himself has mentioned that he can see Timo Werner and Lukaku play together. So, look, as I said, January, I would find it very, very amazing if Timo leaves. Surprising, shocking, to be honest. But if the game time is reduced and he's not seeing the kind of game time that he probably feels that he needs to see, once again, I don't think January is the right time. I think in the summer, there's already been talks about Timo Werner, Nagelsmann in Bayern Munich monitoring him. Dortmund links has been there. So it all comes down to minutes. I don't think Timo Werner is a particular player that will enjoy long stints in the bench and just coming on as a sort of impact player. He hasn't even featured in the Champions League yet this season for us. I'm pretty sure he hasn't featured. Yeah, we've played 2 matches. Zenit and Juventus is not. He's not featured in the Champions League. So, as I said, it's going to be interesting to see the upcoming fixtures where we have favourable fixtures to see how many minutes Timo gets. I personally think he's going to have quite a lot of minutes, and I'm hoping that he bangs in goals to solidify his position, and not just goals, assists as well. He's doing that in Germany, and he's got a lot of praise for Hansi Flick in Germany. He's saying that he likes a manager that depends on him, trusts him. It gives him extra confidence. So whether that's a hit back in Lampard days, I feel like Lampard did kind of use him a lot, or is it a hit on Thomas Tuchel, which is yet to be seen. Thomas Tuchel is someone who has sort of used him in recent times. And look, Timo Werner has missed some high-profile stuff last season. So Thomas Tuchel, I don't blame him to have those doubts. But, maybe it's just a matter of So, look, it all comes down to the minutes that he's going to get, ladies and gentlemen. And let's see what happens at the end of the season, whether he's still interested to leave. For me, if he doesn't see minutes, I think then this particular situation could be in the cards. Let me know what your thoughts are, ladies and gentlemen. How you feel about this news. Do you think this is a possibility? Could Newcastle come for him at the end of the season or maybe even January? Does it depend on minutes? I'd love to know your thoughts. Newcastle, they're in a madness at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. If you've enjoyed this video, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe and hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, see ya.